Oh my Jesus. I'm sitting there watching Anime Boston videos, and now I'm getting attacked by this giant motherfucking bee. Holy fucking shit, that thing is huge. What the hell? Go away. Go away. I'm trying to watch Anime Boston videos. Go away. Go the fuck away. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Oh my fuck. What the fuck is... Yeah, go away. Fucker. Welcome people to another installment of talking about conventions. Another recap and this time of Anime Boston 2013. Wow, 2013. We actually did not all die and perish and go burn from the apocalypse, so we had another anime Boston this year, which is amazing. Well, due to some things, of course, that happened a couple of weeks ago with the whole entire Boston Marathon bombing, there was a lot more. The security is a lot tighter this year. It was a lot tighter. It was kind of annoying because people, usually some of the security guards would check for your bag. They would just look at it and just look at it for briefly and then give you the bag back and you just go on your way. But sometimes they'd be putting their hands in the bag and stuff, putting their hands over my camera or putting their hands over my controllers, my games and shit. I'm just like, no, don't fucking touch my shit. Don't just look in the bag and then fucking unzip the bag and then look in there and you don't bother fucking zipping it back up. That's the thing that really pissed me off. But I'm going a little ahead of myself. I'm gonna try to keep this short because last recap video I did was fucking almost a movie. It was almost a full-length fucking movie, so I'm gonna try to keep this really short. Anyway, basically the plan was me and my buddy Odd CL from last year. I roomed with him and a bunch of other people, and we were really I'll say that the people we roomed with were very interesting and kind of loud. So we decided to get our own room and just stay at the Sheraton, which is a lot closer than the Marriott. Not by that much, but still, it's a little bit closer. And we went there this year. I didn't have to pay that much, and I had our room. It was great because I had my own bed to myself, and so did he. We had our own beds. We didn't have to sleep on the floor. We didn't have to be in the corner somewhere. We had our own beds and comfortable, and we had our own keys too this time. Our own goddamn keys. I didn't have my own key. I don't think he had his own key last year either, but we both had our own keys, and we didn't have to worry about our cosplays being stepped on or anything, or not having enough space to put our suitcases or anything, because he had plenty of space. But let me start from the very, very, very beginning. Okay, so the basic plan was my mom was going to Florida not Florida, but somewhere down there, somewhere down in the south area for my cousin's graduation. She was going down there for that. So she was gonna go. We were both gonna go to my sister's place in Boston, and then, I'd stay there for a day. We went there on Wednesday night. Then I stayed there for a day, and then my buddy Odzio, he picked me up from my sister's place, and we both went to his house, and we stayed there for the night. And basically, the basic plan was just to leave early in the morning, around 9 or something, and then arrive at Anime Boston in time for registration, cosplay, deathmatch, all that good stuff. What ended up happening was that, of course, for a while he'd been telling me that he was going to be making he was making costumes, and I kept telling him, okay, dude, don't even try. You have a week left until Anime Boston. You're not going to be able to finish it. And by the time I actually got back to his house, he was still working on it. So, it was about 12 o'clock midnight. So, he did Django Unchained on, and I was watching that. We were watching that, and he was finishing up the final touches of his costume. And I just went and did the interview, and I was like, oh, how long is it going to take for you to finish? He was like, oh, about 5 hours maybe. So it was basically he'd be done by 8 or 9 or something, so we'd be able to leave early. What ended up happening was that, well, we both got really fucking tired. He got tired from making the costume. I got tired from watching the movie. So we both just went to sleep. And I guess he ended up waking up really late. Really, really late. And by the time I woke up, he was still working on it. By the time I woke up, it was 10 o'clock, 9 or 10 in the morning. We were supposed to be leaving by 9 or 10. He was still working on the costume. He was only half done with it at that point, or maybe 3/4 of the way done. But that kind of set us back a bit, because he eventually finished it, but it was by 12 or 11:30 by the time he actually finished the costume. the hunter suit. So we were pretty much running late. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get to cosplay deathmatch in time. I really wanted to see it, but I just couldn't get to it in time. And of course, yeah. Let me talk about that a little bit. I want to do something new for a change. I want to actually start doing photo shoots, like actual legit, somewhat legit photo shoots of other cosplayers and stuff, like one-on-one, maybe even groups of cosplayers just doing photo shoots and stuff for like maybe like 15, 20 minutes. And I had a photo shoot scheduled at 2 with Rappa X Guardian with our Ice Queen cosplay. I think it was either 2 or 3, and the battery's dying, so I'm just going to keep talking until it actually dies. But, of course, that ended up going on the wayside because, well, yeah, we got there late, really late. So I had to reschedule for that. Well, I don't know if I rescheduled or not, but everything just got really screwed up that day. Friday kicked my ass. Friday kicked my motherfucking ass. Like, it seriously just... I was out of it. Like, I had to reschedule things. I had made plans to, like, you know, go and play games with like other like one of my other buddies and stuff, Lava Buster and stuff, but it's like I schedule way too many things. I schedule way too much stuff. I scheduled to go to way too many panels. I scheduled way too many photo shoots, and it was just all a mess. It was a great big mess. Had to reschedule like several photo shoots several times. Actually ended up missing one of the photo shoots, because that had to be rescheduled because she wasn't going to wear it on Saturday. She changed her mind and decided to wear it on Friday, but then, you know, I was going to go to a panel, but then everything just kind of went... It was a giant mess. I was exhausted. By Friday night, you know, I was running around so much, I just got fucking exhausted. And called one of my buddies up from... that I roomed with... One of my roommate buddies from last year's ConnectiCon called him up and was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're about to eat pizza and have a party." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll come on." It's like, "Oh, come on now." I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'll come on now." So I went there, went to the hotel room, and I'm basically just like kind of drinking and stuff. And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." But they're already talking about, "Oh, we should get pizza." And then fucking Brett's like, "Oh, we can't get the pizza. Domino's has 2 stars. It's terrible service. But this other pizza place has excellent service. And it costs only a little bit more expensive." And then it just kept going back and forth, and he eventually just never got pizza. Like, no, there was no pizza. He made some quesadillas, but he didn't fucking put a lot of cheese in it and shit because he had eaten all the cheese. And it was only Friday. I mean, how can you eat that much? How can you eat almost a whole entire bag of cheese by Friday? I mean, come on, really? But whatever. The quesadillas were still good. So I stayed there for a bit. You know, we're just sitting there, goofing off and shit, trying to do 3-man push-up. Basically, it was like one person's doing push-ups, another person's like this doing push-ups, and then another person's like this doing push-ups on that person. And they tried doing that, but then they fell over and almost died. That was pretty cool. And then we had like a split competition. I won the split competition because I'm very flexible, extremely flexible. But yeah. Other than that, Friday, they eventually just went to bed, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go to my hotel room and go to sleep. So I basically ended Friday. Woke up Saturday. Don't really remember what happened. Don't really remember what happened that day, except for, like, some a lot of random stuff happened. Had a photo shoot for 3 o'clock with Shizuma H of DeviantArt. That was pretty cool. And also had a photo shoot with Cascading Dreams of DeviantArt on a Friday night. And interesting thing though. Oh yeah, that was also another thing that happened. My buddy OddCL, who I was talking about before, I was staying with and stuff at the hotel room. He had a photo shoot scheduled with another photographer. So you know, I wanted to get his keys. I wanted to get his car keys because I left my luggage and stuff in his car because we didn't have the hotel until 3 o'clock and we got there at like 1. So I wanted to finally get that, but he's like, "Oh, my Okay, obviously the video stopped because the camera position probably changed and all that good crap and stuff. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, he has his diabetes tag on the keys, so I couldn't take the keys in case anything happened. So of course I had to wait for the photo shoot to happen to finish, which is actually pretty quick. This is actually before I started doing the... Oh, actually no, I did a photo shoot before that day with Ice Queen and with Robux Guardian Dark Vice 88. But then after that, they did the photo shoot, and I was watching them for a bit, trying to, you know, get some pointers here and there, because this is my first time actually doing photo shoots. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's something I want to do, but it doesn't mean I know what to do. But, you know, I was watching for a bit and, like, you know, learn a little bit in here and there. And then, you know, he wanted a shot where he wanted someone to be a victim getting attacked. So then the photographer asked me, hey, do you want to be the victim getting attacked? I'm like, sure. So I'm thinking, huh, I find cosplay photo shoots you couldn't really use outside people unless they're, like, from the same series or whatever. And then it started dawn on me, whoever made, what kind of bullshit role is that? Who made up that role? And why should I be following it? So I thought about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. If he can put some random person in a photo shoot, that means I can do the same damn thing too if I wanted to. So during the photo shoot with Cascading Dreams in a Black Rabbit cosplay from Mandaji Tachi, she had her boyfriend or friend with her who was cosplaying as Asuma from Naruto. He was there and stuff for moral support and stuff. So, you know, I'm like, hey, how about you getting some shots and you know, be her foil and stuff and whatnot. So I kind of incorporated that into the picture too. So that's probably something I'll probably do from now on. Like, you know, if there's people there, if there's other people that happen to be there, I'll probably try to put them into the photo shoot as well, because that was actually pretty fun, and getting him in there and stuff, and then, you know, make him kind of serious foil to her cutesy, you know, cutesiness and stuff. But anyway, Saturday there was Metal Gear Solid photo shoot. I went to that, attended that, took a lot of pictures, took some video too. I think I got at least 104. Oh, by the way, yeah, I went over the record of photos I've actually taken at one convention. At PAX East 2013, I had like 400 something shots, which is a lot. But this time I have like about 6 or 700 shots, which is a fucking huge amount of shots, especially, well, for me it is anyway. For most people it's probably like, oh, that's a normal day. 700 pictures is a normal day at a convention. But for me, that's for a whole entire weekend, that's a fucking lot of pictures. It's gonna take forever to upload all that to DeviantArt, but it's gonna be fun though. Well, yeah, I went to MGS photo shoot and had a photo shoot with Shizuma H and their Claudette cosplay from Queensblade. You know, we had a little bit of a chat too as well at the end of it and stuff, like how she made a cosplay and stuff, and how one of her cosplays actually broke because it was like made from like only like one something, like it wasn't really strong, something just kind of broke, which made this one a lot more powerful and stuff. And it wasn't, I even lifted the sword myself, the really huge sword that Claudette has in Queensblade. It was not that heavy. It was like, wow, it's actually not that heavy. It was pretty cool. And after that, what else happened? Oh yeah, I said I wasn't going to go to the masquerade because I felt really bad about missing all the photo shoots, missing photo shoots, as well as, you know, missing hanging out with Lava Buster and stuff on Friday. But, you know, he was kicking my ass too hard at Guilty Gear. He was kicking my ass way too hard at Guilty Gear. I don't even play that game. I played it like a few times back in high school when me and my friend used to play it and stuff, but he was never good at the game. I was never good at the game. He was kind of good at the game. He always kicked my ass at the game too, so it was like, yeah. But yeah, I kind of felt bad about missing it, so I said, you know, the masquerade is going to take up 90% of my time on Saturday, so I'm just not going to go. So I didn't get a ticket. I didn't do anything. This is like the first time I actually didn't go to the masquerade. This is the first time I didn't go to the masquerade at Anime Boston. Until I actually went last minute. I was like, you know what? I'm on the top floor. There's a balcony seats. I'll just go and watch it for a bit, and then I'll leave. So that's basically what I did. I sat there up in the balcony area. The seats were kind of suckish because it was so far away from all the action. It was not the floor seats I usually have. Not like the floor seats I usually have at the masquerade. But I stayed there for a bit. Saw a few skits. Saw the MGS skit. That was pretty funny. And then I saw the Resident Evil Leon and Ada skit that Ichigo Bleachcake and Lendra did. And that's when I left. I'm like, you know what? I saw the skits I wanted to see. I always record their skits. I saw the skits I wanted to see. Now I'm gone. So I basically just left, walked around for a bit. Met up with Odd CL again. We like walked around. He was Ron, and we played some Ninja for a bit. We went to the game room. I saw Lava Buster there, and we played some Street Fighter 3 Third Strike for a bit. He was kicking my ass at that. He was as well as Guilty Gear. He was kicking my ass at that game as well. And the camera's about to die again. That's awesome. I'll keep going until it stops again. So he's kicking my ass at that game again. At Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. You know, I didn't even beat him once. I won a round. I won a few rounds. I guess that counts for something. Not really. And he eventually went to sleep. And I met up with Odd Seal in the game room. We played Dance Central for a bit, and then we just walked around, and then we played some Ninja. And we played some Ninja for a bit. And then I was walking around trying to find some of the 18+ panels, but I didn't have the schedule on me, so I didn't know when the hell they were happening or what was going on. I don't remember anything. I just knew there was 18+ panels. I wanted to find the ones I wanted to see. And we couldn't find them, so we just like walked around and stuff. And honestly, I was like, why are we walking around? I'm like, dude, this is like one of the best parts of the con, walking around aimlessly. That's what I do at con. I walk around aimlessly at cons. That's like my entertainment right there. Honestly, like walking around aimlessly, you will see so much more walking around aimlessly than you do if you're just sitting there playing video games or just sitting down somewhere. Like, I get antsy whenever I'm sitting down somewhere. I get really antsy because I know I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something that's funny or good, funny or awesome or sexy or whatever. I'm missing out if I'm just sitting there. Even when I went, like took a little nap on Friday or Saturday, I think, I was like shaking in the bed because I was like, why am I sitting here when the con's going on? What the fuck am I doing? So I just jumped out of bed and just started running around again. That's just what happens. I can't control it. Unless I'm really, really fucking dirt tired, I can't control that. So we're walking around for a bit, and then we eventually found a group of people, a huge group of people, but somewhat near to the entrance, playing Spin the Bottle Hug Edition. Kissing was on consent, but it was just basically, it was mostly hugging, but if the other person consented, there was kissing involved. Kind of like at Colossicon, except... Yeah, kind of like at Colossicon. So, you know, we're just playing that for a bit. Best part, though, was when that fucking podcast guy was swinging the girl around. He's like, whoop, 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 oh, it drops her. Like, he just drops her, like, wow. Oh, man. I'm so glad I was recording when that happened, too. Like, I'm just like, okay, let's just start recording randomly. I just want to see what happens. And he just drops it. I was not expecting that, but I'm glad I was recording. Battery died again. I'll start over again. Oh yeah, also Saturday, earlier that evening, there was supposed to be Resident Evil photo shoot, but that kind of ended up going on the wayside. I think it was because, I don't know, I don't even know. Like, I knew it was supposed to be at 6:00 p.m., but then they made up for like 5, like a group, like Odd CL, who was like kind of running the whole entire Resident Evil photo shoot on Saturday, was like, or we meet up at 5. I guess he changed it to 5 o'clock, but nobody else knew about it. And then it just turned out nobody showed up. Like a handful of people showed up. Like Jake showed up, Piers showed up, Wesker showed up, William Birkin showed up. There was a Nemesis, but he wasn't really part of the group. He was just kind of like sitting in the corner away from all the Resident Evil cosplayers. And there was a Chris that passed by, and he's like, sorry, I didn't know about it. I got other things to do. And a Jill who passed by who said that she had to get her boots on or something, but she actually went to the masquerade. I saw her there. And that was pretty much, it was kind of a dud, but it was still fun, I guess. I mean, there was a Seiko cosplayer from High School of the Dead who saw me in my Michael Jackson cosplay, and she's all like, you're a zombie. I have to kill you. And I'm like, no, you can't kill me. I'm already dead. And she's like, how do I know you're dead? And I'm like, because I'm a zombie, can't you see? Didn't you see the music video? And I'm like, well, if you're a zombie. And she's like, well, if you're a zombie, then I must kill you. And I'm like, you can't kill me? I'm like, you can't kill someone twice, that's not your job. Your job is to kill zombies once, not twice. She's like, that made my day, I love you. I'm like, yay. And, let's see what else. Oh, yeah, also I cosplayed as Michael Jackson Thriller and Beat It, of course. That's what I always do. And K-Dash, I cosplayed like him for like an hour or so. But the jacket got way too hot, so I had to take it off and I just walked around the con topless as K-Dash. But that's when people started recognizing me. Once I took off the jacket, people recognized me as K-Dash. But when I had the jacket on, nobody gave a shit. But once I just started walking around topless, my abs showing off. It's like, K-Dash! I'm like, Cool. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. High five, man. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. I just took that off and just changed into my normal clothes. I also cosplayed as RPD officer, or as my ODCL says, Marvin from Resident Evil 2 and 3, minus a mustache and goatee, and not really a zombie, just wearing an RPD jacket on and shit, and that was pretty cool. A lot of people thought I was an actual cop. Like, some people actually thought I was a legit cop, and they're like, what are you gonna do? Those people are fucking around over there. What are you gonna do? I'm like, nothing. I'm off duty. That's just what I told them. Or sometimes I tell them, like, you know what? I'm gonna arrest all of you motherfuckers once we're done having fun. Once we're done having fun, I'm gonna arrest everybody. I'm gonna arrest all of you. I didn't actually arrest anybody because I don't have any fucking authority like that, but it was pretty fun running around as a cop, though. It was pretty fun running around as an RPD cop. I also had my Daft Punk helmet again, my Daft Punk Encore helmet, which I didn't make, by the way. People keep saying I made it. No, I don't make my cosplay. I don't make cosplays. I don't have the skill to make cosplays. I don't have the skill or even the time to make cosplays. Like, you know, I have the time to do I have the time to work on photography and stuff, and, like, you know, work, but and do let's plays. But actually making costumes, no. The most I've done is make my K-Dash glove. I didn't even make that. I bought that off eBay from England. I bought some spray painted it red. That's pretty much the most I did. That's pretty much the most I did in terms of making cosplay. But people kept thinking I made the costume. I'm like, nope, I bought it off eBay. I'm like, oh, okay, it's still cool anyway. So it was all good. I wore it on with my Michael Jackson Thriller and Beat It outfit, which was pretty cool. That's what I did that last time at PAX East. And I also wore it on Sunday with the well, not mine, but OddCL's RPD Raccoon Police Department jacket. He let me borrow and stuff throughout the weekend. Wore it on with that and stuff, and that was pretty fun. I was like an RPD cop with a Daft Punk helmet. It was the most random thing I could think of, because he started being all Ben 10 Cthulhu, so I had to kind of be crossover random too and shit. But Saturday was pretty insane, because after the whole entire spin the bottle hugging thing ended, it got closed down by an angry security guy. You know, we walked around. The whole group of us, Nappa, Black Scorpion, the two podcast guys, the guy wearing the really nice looking white suit. I don't know his character, but he was wearing that really nice suit. And a bunch of other people were walking around. Went to an elevator. Kind of had somewhat of a mini elevator party. That was fun. A lot of drinks being served. I didn't drink anything though. I was just a camera guy. I didn't fucking want to drink. I don't drink, so I was just a camera guy and stuff. And it was going up and down the elevators, and then eventually, I don't know, we just all kind of got split up, and we just kind of all dispersed and stuff. The parties kind of died. Like, nobody, like, that's the funny thing. We had like a little elevator party. Nobody told us to knock it off or get the fuck out the elevator. It just kind of died on its own. It just ended. It's like we just stopped before anything happened. So that was cool, I guess. And you know, I just walked around for a bit, and then around like 2 o'clock in the morning, I met up with the same people I saw at another anime con. Let me turn up the ISO on this bitch. I met up with the same exact group of people who I saw at AEC 2012. The same people who I played that game, the Paper Cup game with. So they were like, oh, hey, it's you guys. It's cool meeting again. Want to do the Paper Cup game? I'm like, yes, let's do the Paper Cup game. So we all just got a group of people, did the Paper Cup game, and eventually grew to the point where there was like at least 15 or 20 people playing the game all at once. It was fucking insane. We all was playing the Paper Cup game, and honestly, that game, it's so fucking, I don't know why, it's so fucking addictive and fun. Like, it's just a group of people sitting in a circle, slapping a plastic cup around at each other and trying to keep up in the air, but it's so fucking fun. I don't know why it's so fun. So we played that for like, I don't know, an hour or so, and then some random guy came out of nowhere with a game of Twister, of all games. So we're like, hell yeah, we're playing that. So we just stopped playing the Paper Cup game for a bit and then played some Twister. And then some people fell over, of course, and there was a lot of people falling over, and it was just mostly dudes playing, so then like that kind of ended quickly. So we stopped playing Twister, then we started playing this volleyball. And then some security guy's like, "You can't be doing that! It's not natural, it's not right, put that volleyball away! You can't be doing that!" So like, okay, stop playing the volleyball. So we just started playing Ninja, played that for like an hour or so. And then I kind of dispersed, and then some of the group split off and we're playing this little card game from just like this yellow handle thing or something. There's like a card game. I don't know what the fuck it was. I wasn't paying attention. So we started playing the paper cup game again because we were fucking bored. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then the guy came and was like, "You can't be playing the paper cup either. That's not allowed anymore." So like, what the fuck do we do? So we just started rolling the paper cup around. Not a paper cup. It was a plastic cup. A plastic cup. We started rolling it across the ground, and basically we made up a new game where you have to keep the plastic cup in motion, and if it stops, then we all fucking lose. So we just basically just sat there slapping the plastic cup around for all eternity, basically, and trying to keep it from stopping. Like, it has to be in motion at all times, basically. That was the game. And sometimes it could go up into the air, but not for long, because then the guy would come out again and yell at us and tell us to go away. So we played that for a bit, and then the plastic cup ended up being destroyed. So then it kind of died down, and people just started playing Magic the Gathering, and I'm like, I don't fucking understand Magic the Gathering, so I'm just gonna go to bed now. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning when I went to bed, and I was pretty fucking tired. So then I woke up about 3 hours later, and you know, basically had to pack up and put some of my stuff in Oddseal's car because we had to leave the hotel room by noon. And I was going to cosplay chess, so I was going to be watching cosplay chess, so I had to get my stuff out of there beforehand. So I cosplay chess. That was pretty interesting. I've never actually seen the whole entire cosplay chess before. I saw back in 2011. I saw like the last 30 minutes of it. In 2012, I was actually in cosplay chess as Michael Jackson Freller, which is fucking awesome. Which was fucking awesome for me and stuff. That was a lot of fun. But this would be the first. This is the first year I was actually like able to watch from beginning to end, basically. So that was awesome. There were some issues though with there was medical attention that needed to be attended to in the middle of the match, but hopefully she'll be fine. They said that she would recover and stuff, and hopefully she'll be good to go and stuff. Hopefully she's good to go by now, and she'll be able to watch the rest of the cosplay chess online, as well as her sister, because I know that she left too, and hope that she's doing better and everything even after everything that happened there and stuff. It's not really the best. It's not a great thing to happen at all. It's not the one thing you really want to happen when you go to a con, but it happened, and it's something that can really change it. But hopefully she's doing better now. But after cosplay chess, you know, basically just walked around. Oh yeah, I met up with Berserker Riku, Crazed Chaos of DeviantArt, on Saturday, and she's like, "Oh hey, you're the guy who was asking me to do the photo shoot," and she somehow recognized me despite the fact that I wasn't. I don't know how she fucking recognized me. Maybe it was my name tag because I had VideoGameStupid. My name tag said VideoGameStupid, but sometimes it flips over so you can't even see the back of it or the front of it. But she recognized me somehow, and it was like, "Oh, we scheduled a photo shoot for Sunday," and that was at 2. So she texted me and stuff, and now I'm like, okay, I was gonna meet up with them and meet up with her and stuff. So when I met up with her, I saw not just her, but Dr. Stein, who I guess is like her boyfriend from Soul Eater, as well as Titus and Yuna. Titus and Final Fantasy X2 Yuna, as well as her being Berserker Riku. And if anyone's seen the Let's Play of Final Fantasy X2, y'all know that Final Fantasy X2 is like one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, besides Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 4. So yeah, I was definitely hyped up. I was not expecting Titus and Yuna. I was definitely not expecting that at all, but they appear. I'm like, yes, yes, yes! YRT! Yuna, Riku, and Titus! Woohoo! So yeah, we did that photo shoot. That was a lot. That was like one of the most fun. That was the funnest. That's not a word, by the way, but that was the funnest photo shoot of the weekend. That definitely was a fucking fun photo shoot. A lot of laughs, especially the fake laughing scene from Final Fantasy X. That was fun doing that. I'm like, why don't we do that? And I kept telling Berserker Rika that she needs to get her goddamn claws peace bonded because she could poke someone's eyes out with those fangs. I've been telling her that for months now, but I got to tell that in person, And that was fucking funny. Have fun with that. Took about 80 pictures during that photo shoot. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I managed to take 80 pictures. I don't like looking back. It felt like I only took like 40 or like 30 or 40 pictures, but I actually ended up taking like 80 pictures. But some of them kind of came out wonky though. But it's still I'm still learning. I'm still learning the whole entire photography thing, the photo shoot thing. But it was still a lot of fun though. Definitely something I'm gonna do more often at cons. Not gonna do as many as I did this weekend though, because I kind of overbooked myself and then got there late and then had to reschedule and everything just kind of went all blah 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 blah. But still. So then, did the photo shoots, met up with Odd CL. That's when he started being Cthulhu Ben 10, and we ran around a bit. I was recording him doing random shit throughout the con. That was fun. And then eventually met up with, we didn't really meet up, but we went outside and we saw a bunch of Homestuck cosplayers, and we just kind of joined them, and they were dancing to music and stuff. So we started dancing with them and stuff, and then started singing, basically singing and dancing for the rest of the time there with the Homestucks, and like 1 or 2 Hetalia cosplayers, a Spain cosplayer, and I think a Hungary or Chibitalia cosplayer. And then there was a guy named Duke there. Who was nice, by the way, because not only did he let me borrow his gun when when people started taking photos of all of us and stuff, he let me borrow his gun because I was an RPD Daft Punk guy. So I was like, yeah, I got my gun, I got this gun, yeah. But he let me borrow his jacket because I was fucking cold as hell because it was all windy and shit. He's like, you can borrow my jacket. I'm like, oh, thank you, man. It was a fucking awesome jacket. I don't know how I looked in it, but he looked awesome in it. So I'm assuming the Daft Punk thing looked awesome too. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Had a lot of fun outside and stuff. That was actually my first time going to the courtyard of Anime Boston. I've never been to the courtyard of that place ever. I've seen people in there, but I've never actually bothered to go into it. But that was my first time there. It was a lot of fun going to the courtyard. I'm gonna hang out there more often at the next Anime Boston because the courtyard was a blast. But that's pretty much Anime Boston in a nutshell. Eventually, what else happened? Not really that much happened. I mean, we hung out the Homestucks, and then eventually we went out. Me and Odd CL went. We ate some pizza, and then we met up with a Yajirobe cosplayer, and he was talking about stuff. It was pretty cool, and then we made we were basically making plans for next year, how we're going to do stuff. Possibly get other people in the room to lessen the cost of the actual hotel room, because that's a lot of money to pay. I mean, yeah, I didn't pay that much. I only paid maybe not even half, like 2/5 of the price of it. He paid for most of it though, because he was like the hotel room master. But next year, maybe we'll try to get more people in the room. Maybe, I don't know, because that was a lot of money. But yeah, that was pretty much Anime Boston. It was a lot of fun. Friday was ridiculously crazy, but other than that, it was still a fun con. Was it better than last year? I don't know. Last year was ridiculously awesome. This year was still awesome, but for different reasons. Like, I did different things than I usually do. Like, I didn't stay the whole entire masquerade. I actually got to see cosplay chests from beginning to end, and I did photo shoots. And I think the game room, I usually go there for at least 6 hours throughout the weekend, 6 or more hours throughout the weekend. I think this time I only stayed for possibly 2 hours. That's it. Probably an hour, 2 to 3 hours. That's the amount of time I stayed for the whole entire weekend. So I didn't really go into the game room much, but I still had a lot of fun though. I got to do a lot more stuff. And you wanna know what I bought? I didn't buy shit, because I'm going to another con in 2 weeks. Actually, no, not even 2 weeks. Less than a week. Less than a week from now, I'm going to another con. I'm not gonna say what con it is, but I'll give you a hint. It's the con I went to last year, and it was my first time going. But in any case, this is what I bought. I don't know if you can see it. I bought that because it was only $1, and a really famous big cosplayer named Queen Riot from DeviantArt was there, and she was supposedly she said that she was gonna cosplay as Leona Hyder. Now I was hoping I was cosplaying as K-Dash, And I went there, and I finally veiled attempt at, like, you know, being like, oh, hey, we're both in the same series. But she wasn't even cosplaying as Leona Hyder when I got there. And I was like, oh, damn. And she barely even recognized my character, so I was like, oh, whatever. And also I got this from the doctor guy carrying Obama around. Yeah, he was carrying an Obama cardboard cutout around, so he gave me this. And I forgot to give it to someone because I forgot I had it. I don't know if you can read it, but blah blah blah. It says some things. I'll give it to someone at the next con I'm going to next week. Hopefully, I'll be able to give it to someone. Hopefully. But yeah, that was pretty much another Anime Boston 2013. It was awesome. It was fun. I'm still uploading pictures. That's going to take a really long time to upload them all because I took like hundreds upon hundreds of pictures and a bunch of other stuff and stuff. I'm going to go now. Okay, bye.
yo, here we go. Yo, here we go. Time for some action, can't get no satisfaction until my steel toe crashes, head on collision, what's happening? This swinging, face smashing, no need for the caption. And you bet not interrupt when the titans are clashing. DJ bring that beat, so I can bust, slang through the street, bang with the heat, semi-auto. Like to see you die, she's hollows, I throw too much beat to swallow. Can't keep up with me to follow, sound check is over, show's just begun. Try to escape, make sure words don't run.
Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, here we go.
I got you right where I want you, there is nowhere to run to. This ain't nothing like kung fu, more like watch what you gun do. Let the poppers pop shots, and the breakers break jaws. They don't box, they brawl, they don't make beats, they make war. Got kicks and stairs for ya, we take it there for ya. Heard what I said, snatch some dreads out your heads, oh yeah. So you can dance around, you won't last around. I'm finna act the clown, you don't know, you better ask around.
Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, here we
I got
go.
the mic in my hand, I'm ready to go. Said the mic's in hand, I'm ready to go. Let's go, now start the show. What you waiting for? Let's start the show. I got the mic in hand, I'm ready to go. Said the mic's in hand, and that's the show. Let's go, now start the show. What you waiting for? Let's start the show. Yo. This ain't no dance battle, this here is suicide. That mean when you step in the ring, you know one thing, you will die. Death is certain, but more than a hurting on you is curtains. Disturb me while I'm working, you'll end up patient, and I'm the surgeon. Incisions rearrange your organs, I'm more than just hot, I'm scorching. Thwarted, mutated organs, aborted the native orders. We rebels with a cause, causing commotion. Poison is potent, I'm hoping you re-examine my opus. You think I'm joking, but not.
Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, here we go. Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, here we go.
Time for some action, can't get no satisfaction until my steel toe crashes, head on collision, what's happening? This swinging, face smashing, no need for the caption. And you bet not interrupt when the titans are clashing. DJ bring that beat, so I can bust, slang through the street, bang with the heat, semi-auto. Like to see you die, she's hollows, I throw too much beat to swallow. Can't keep up with me to follow, sound check is over, show's just begun. Try to escape, make sure words don't run.
Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, here we go.
I got you right where I want you, there is nowhere to run to. This ain't nothing like kung fu, more like watch what you gun do. Let the poppers pop shots, and the breakers break jaws. They don't box, they brawl, they don't make beats, they make war. Got kicks and stairs for ya, we take it there for ya. Heard what I said, snatch some dreads out your heads, oh yeah. So you can dance around, you won't last around. I'm finna act the clown, you don't know, you better ask around.
Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, here we
I got
go.
the mic in my hand, I'm ready to go. Said the mic's in hand, I'm ready to go. Let's go, now start the show. What you waiting for? Let's start the show. I got the mic in hand, I'm ready to go. Said the mic's in hand, and that's the show. Let's go, now start the show. What you waiting for? Let's start the show. Yo. This ain't no dance battle, this here is suicide. That mean when you step in the ring, you know one thing, you will die. Death is certain, but more than a hurting on you is curtains. Disturb me while I'm working, you'll end up patient, and I'm the surgeon. Incisions rearrange your organs, I'm more than just hot, I'm scorching. Thwarted, mutated organs, aborted the native orders. We rebels with a cause, causing commotion. Poison is potent, I'm hoping you re-examine my opus. You think I'm joking, but not.
Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, here we go. Beat to the show, watch your tempo. Starting out of control, there is nowhere to go. You're moving too slow, and it's about to explode. Ready to roll, and baby, What can I do for you?